Hello, travelers. I'm Chris. Welcome to Lorespire. All right, in today's stream, we're going to be taking our first look at Expeditions Rome. Okay, and I've already gone through the beginning cutscenes and the first area and went through the uh, tutorial battle, and this is the first real battle in the game. Okay, for this one, we are tasked with stealing some supplies from a warehouse, and I'm not entirely sure if we have to steal the supplies during combat or just defeat the enemies, and maybe we'll take these supplies in a cutscene after combat. But yeah, we're going to try this out and see how it goes. And we can see here that we have to break into the warehouse and steal enough Greek fire to burn Mytilene's fleet. And we have the optional task of dealing with the sentries outside of the warehouse. So that makes it seem as though in the battle we're going to have to actually steal the Greek fire. So maybe we don't have to defeat all the enemies. Let's see what we can figure out here. And I would actually like to make this go away, although I'm not sure how. Looks like we cannot. Looks like that's staying put there, that trial by fire. The conditions. And so in battle, it seems as though we have the chance to kind of survey the battlefield, look around, maybe find something that can give us some type of an advantage, possibly. And I've kept the difficulty settings and everything set where they normally are in the beginning. Haven't changed any of that. And I have a feeling that this over here is actually the sentries. Oh. And that over there is actually the warehouse. So we're going to try to take out these sentries first. Maybe by sneaking around and coming at them from this direction, possibly we can get an advantage.
Soldiers, they're here to steal the fire.
To arms! Keep them away from those jars. Mytilene depends on us.
Okay, so the first round of combat is like a preparation phase where you can set up your soldiers, your party, anywhere within these blue hexes. All right, this is our player character, Tullus. And we've selected a support role for him. Looks like we've got 3 enemies here that are 4, possibly more. All right, quite a few it actually looks like. And I feel like it might be better to come this way first. So we're going to try to set it up so that we are headed that way first. Let's actually switch that back around. This here, Caeso, is pretty much the best melee fighter that we have, I believe, or at least a tank type character. All right, so let's have him up there. Anyways, once you get your party set up how you want them, and I think that this looks actually, let's do that and put our archer here. I think that looks pretty good to begin with. So we can go ahead and click this to end the turn. Okay, and it looks like we are still getting some tutorial help here. And this says archery ranged attacks require a clear line of sight to your target, unobstructed by enemies or allies. If an enemy is adjacent to cover, you cannot target them from a wide angle in front of that cover. Okay. Ranged attacks typically cannot miss. However, shooting beyond your accuracy stat in meters will decrease your damage. And you can tell this is happening if the end of your trajectory turns yellow or red. Beyond twice your accuracy, you cannot shoot at all. Alright, easy enough to understand. A shield protects a character completely from ranged attacks as long as that character still has any remaining shield strength. This is called deflecting. When deflecting, a character won't even lose shield strength. Okay. Easy enough. So once combat begins, it's our turn. And you can select any character to move and or attack with. And you can actually like move, then select a different character, move and attack with them, then go back to the previous character to further move and or attack. So it doesn't really matter what order you use your characters in. All right, and we have a victory condition here. Eliminate 7 of the warehouse guards. All right, so we're going to try to move ourselves this way. All right, and you can see here that we have this unit selected. That's what that red background means. And we can see here that we have 4 action points. And moving 1 square costs 1 action point. So we're going to move him up to here. And okay, judging by this, perhaps it would have been better to go here by cover, but we do have a shield which can deflect arrows, so I don't think he has to worry about it too much. See, low cover only helps if the character is able to crouch. Characters will automatically crouch in low cover and stand up to shoot over it, but they will be forced to stand up if an enemy stands next to them. Okay, high cover applies without needing to crouch. All right, got it. Okay, so we've moved and we've taken up all of our, sorry, I said action points before, but those are actually move points. These orange diamonds here are the action points. And we don't really have anything that we can use here now with that character, so I'm going to go to the next character. Okay, now this guy, Bestia, is light infantry, so he can move farther. Still not far enough to actually hit anybody except for this guy. And that will actually put us in cover, so I think I'm going to use him to attack this enemy. Okay, now down here, I can choose which weapon skill I want to use. And I'm going to choose Take 2. It does more damage and gives focus. For light infantry, they need focus to access these other abilities over here. All right, so anyways, we're going to attack, and this gives you 2 attacks, so you could attack 2 different targets if you were within melee range of 2 different targets. Oh, hey, Eduard. Glad you could join us. Good to see you. I actually did not play Expeditions Vikings. I heard that it was a pretty good game though, but I've been looking at Expeditions Rome for a while, and it releases next month. And so I wanted to start covering it a little bit on the channel because it definitely looks like it could be interesting. So yeah, let's see how this goes. This is the first battle, or first non-tutorial battle in the game. Yeah, and like I said, it is releasing, I think, next month, at the end of next month. Maybe January 21st or 22nd, I believe, is the scheduled date. Okay, so yeah, we gained focus points for that attack. We should have gotten 2 of them. And looks like we did 3 damage. Okay, so now we do have 1 move point left, so we could move if we wanted to. But we do have some cover here. Although it's only half cover, so all right, I guess we're not actually getting cover there because we're within melee range, so that means half cover doesn't provide cover. But anyways, let's move on to our next character. We've got our archer here, which we cannot attack because that's being blocked. However, we should be able to attack over here. So let's move up to here. We've got 3 movement. And we can select our attack abilities. See, this one applies burning, does 5 to 7 piercing damage, so that's pretty cool. This one does cripple. That might actually be better to keep that enemy from getting up to us. This one applies harried, which gives -10 to all resistances and -25% damage. So I'm thinking crippling shot is the better attack to use here. They don't have a shield, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, and now I'm actually going to have this archer yeah, we're gonna have them take cover over here. All right, now we're gonna get this support unit to come help this guy out. And he has an ability where he can attack from 2 squares away. So I think we should be able to use this reach ability here for 4 to 7 damage to hit this enemy. And we did. Okay, so that enemy's down, which is good because he's no longer in melee combat, so he can take cover behind this. And he should have cover from behind this as well. So we're good there. And he still has 5 movement left. We could actually move him all the way over to here. And I think that's an archer, yeah, so he could hit us if we were here. We should be safe in this area, though. Might actually move him up to here, so that way they can get closer to the archer and he'll still be in cover. Okay, now we have our player character, who is also support. He can only move 5 spaces. That's not going to be enough to... actually, I think we could attack from there, but I want to keep him in cover for now. So I'm going to move him to here. And we have this Warhorn ability, which increases the damage of allies by 25%. So I'm going to try to use this here. Not exactly sure how it works. It says a 6 hex radius. Okay, so I think pretty much everywhere that it's showing these green animations, seems like that's where it will reach. Okay, so we're going to affect 3 of our characters with this. And I'm not actually sure how we use it. All right, I think maybe if we just have it clicked on right there, it's kind of like being toggled on. And that's all of our character's actions. We can't really do anything else with any of them. So let's go ahead. And finish our turn. We crippled him so he couldn't reach us.
I almost felt that.
Okay. All right, so we have quite a few enemies from all around here. This should be interesting. I think we may need to regroup. I didn't realize we had these enemies down here below us as well. And something interesting actually happened there. This archer was able to hurt us, which I thought we would deflect it with our shield, but that did not happen. We should be able to attack here. So let's do that. Shields can block a certain amount of damage each turn unless the skill states otherwise. Shield damage does not overflow to the character's health. Okay. All right. All right, so we want to hit them with multiple low damage attacks, it says. We actually took away their shield bonus there, so I think we should be damaging their health from here on. Let's switch to our player character who is close here. And we can use this hamstring ability from 2 square hexes away, which we are. And we've given them the stuck status effect, which I'm not 100% sure what that does, but I feel like it's going to prevent him from moving. Here we go. If we push E, movement reduced to 0. All right, so that's good. He can't move anymore. Definitely awesome. Although I do wish I'd done that first, because we could have used this shield push if we still had an attack with him, and that would actually prevent him from doing anything. So that is a little bit unfortunate. I'm gonna move him to here now. Maybe he'll get some cover.
Strike my shield all you want. That's why I brought it.
Okay, and you can see they do get attacks of opportunity if you move, even if you stay within melee range, apparently. Wasn't sure exactly how that was going to work, but now we know. And I would like to get to that archer, but I know there's another enemy up here somewhere. There it is. And yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that. I feel like maybe we need to actually regroup. Let's move to here. We're going to use our reach attack. Actually, let's move up to here. No, that'll give him an attack of opportunity. So yeah, let's just use our reach attack. Let's get back over here so we're shielded from the archer. And then we'll see if we can finish this guy off. Using our 1-2 weapon skill again. All right, so we got 2 attacks. He still has 1 hit point left, which is unfortunate. But we have built up enough focus to use this Shiv ability. So we're gonna use that. And we finished him off. And whenever you finish off an untrained enemy, which I'm not exactly sure what untrained means. I think it may just mean militia. But anyways, you actually get your action point back. So we could attack again if there were another enemy close enough to attack. There's not, so we're just going to move over to here and take some cover. All right, we're gonna have him remain there, and we pretty much just have an action left with our archer. I don't think we can reach this enemy. Aid. If used on a fellow Praetorian who is incapacitated, they will stop bleeding out. All right, well, that's good. We can perform a lethal takedown. That doesn't help. Throw something. Also doesn't help. Now, this is something that I'm not too sure about. All right, we have our arch. So I'm not actually sure what happened to our bow. We definitely had a bow on before. I cannot access my inventory. So I'm really not sure. All right, we'll have to figure that out later. Maybe I'll have to look that up. But something apparently happened to take our bow away, which is unfortunate. Well, let's try to throw something. All right, there we go. That's all of our actions with everybody for now. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Oh wow, that was a heck of a long shot. I was not expecting them to be able to shoot that far. Oh, hey, thanks, Edward. Or Eduard. That's a good idea. I'll try that next time. You may be right. That makes sense, yeah, because everybody else has a 1 by their name, right?
Peasants to stop us. They don't stand a chance.
Yeah, and she has this 2 right here. See, now we're back to our bow again. I wonder if maybe I accidentally clicked to switch my weapon. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's a hotkey or something. But either way, we're back to our bow now. All right, at least here we have regained some of our armor, so that's good. Let's try our main character again. All right, I'm gonna try to hamstring here. All right, so that did not actually work because he still had armor up from his shield, it appears, which is unfortunate. All right. Let's see if we can knock this guy out this turn. Okay, and with this slash attack that we have from our Gladius weapon, I think that's what we're using right now. Yeah, Gladius. It actually does damage to everybody that is to the left of the unit as well, or to the next unit that's left of whoever you're attacking as well. So we did get damage on both of them there. All right, so we're gonna use her to try to finish off this unit right here. A glancing blow. Weapons can deal one of 3 different types of damage: slashing, piercing, bludgeoning. Armor and helmets grant resistance. Okay, so his armor reduced this to a glancing blow, which does less damage and doesn't apply any status effects of the skill or weapon. However, he only had 2 hit points left, so it was still enough to down him. But okay, so we got to be careful attacking enemies with heavier armor like that, because we might get a glancing blow. All right, now we've got multiple enemies coming up over here. Is that archer? Oh, I'd really like to get around there and take him out. Not sure if archers can actually melee or not. You know what? That's going to put us in range. Nah, let's keep our cover, because otherwise we're going to be right there where that archer can hit us. So we're going to move up. Okay, now see, we're back to our fist here. Why are we to our fist? I don't want to use my fist. Oh, that doesn't work. Let's see if we can look at the Codex Combat. See if there's something in here about switching weapons. Tactical items, combat results, capturing an enemy. Cover, armor, focus, archery, shields, untrained enemies, attacking. Okay, so I don't really see anything here about how to switch our weapons back. That's something that I will definitely be sure to, I don't know, I'll hit up the forums or the Discord server for Expeditions Rome and figure out what's going on with that before we do our next stream of this game. Because I definitely do not like that it seems to be randomly switching us back to our fists, and I cannot figure out how to switch back. Oh, well, I think maybe it... Okay, the Q button. The Q button is doing that. So Q seems to switch weapons. Alright, so that's good to know. I'm gonna have to remap my keyboard then, because that rotates the camera and it switches my weapon every time I rotate the camera. At least I know what's doing it now. All right, let's get you up here. And we should be able to... Yeah, this has a reach of 2 hexes. We're still not going to be able to finish him off though, are we? No, we're not. Let's move you back over to here. Oh, we do have enough focus to use a shiv. If we do this, we're going to get an attack of opportunity, but I feel like that's better than letting the archers just have free shots at us. So we're going to do it anyways. All right, now he's probably going to go down on this turn. As far as I can tell, there's not any way to heal. At least not that they've shown me in tutorials, and not that I've found on my own. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Okay, so they moved up here next to me, which made me lose my cover, so the archers can hit me, which is definitely unfortunate.
Roman craftsmanship. Hades cannot contain me.
See, one of your characters has been incapacitated. This will likely happen often. When Praetorians get incapacitated, they will begin to bleed out. Stabilize them with bandages or with the aid skill that every character has when unarmed, or you will lose them forever. Let's see. Incapacitated Praetorians who have not bled out will get back on their feet after combat, but will almost certainly suffer a lasting injury. which must be treated in camp or while you travel. If you take down an enemy with an attack that deals more than double the amount of damage than the health they have left, that enemy will be instantly slain. This cannot happen to your Praetorians. All right. So it seems like we're definitely losing here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so apparently this attack requires you to be 3 hexes away, so that gave him an attack of opportunity, which is highly unfortunate. Let's see if we can finish this one off. We did, which is good. I'm gonna move her over here. Let's go back to our main character. And I don't think we can really get him anywhere where he's protected. Although we did gain an action point back. So let's move up here. Since we gained an action point whenever we dropped that enemy, now we can hamstring this archer to keep him from running away from us at least. Although I guess he'll still be able to attack us, which is unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to use this on ourselves to increase our movement speed. And I think those archers are probably still going to get us. We can't move quite as far as I thought we could, but oh well. Let's give it a try. Hoping to make it further around. All right. Oh, actually, we have another action point here too. So maybe we can finish off this enemy. Because remember, we gain an action point whenever we kill an untrained enemy. All right, nice, nice. And we only need to eliminate one more enemy, so we might actually make it through this battle, possibly. Seems like it was definitely a large mistake in the beginning to separate my forces, though. So I'll definitely have to remember that going forward. There were a lot more enemies here than I was expecting. But I think that's where our major problem came in for this one. We've not tried that yet. All right, let's see if we can get behind cover here. And then we're gonna try firing a fire arrow. Okay, for some reason, these arrows are not dealing nearly as much damage as they say they would. Oh, it's because of the distance. Because whenever this line, this arcing line here that you can see, whenever that starts to turn yellow or red, the darker it is, the less damage we deal. So that's what's going on with that. All right, let's see if we can hit this guy. All right, he deflected it, but it seems as though we did catch him on fire. Yeah, he's now burning. And we'll see how well that does. And we're gonna get him to move again. Let's get him to move over here, since he's fairly well hurt. Okay, and now for our main character. Don't believe there are enemies in here. So I feel like if we move right here, they can't hit us with arrows, and then hopefully we can come out next turn and start attacking them. So that's what we're going to try to do here. And we're going to boost her attack. All right, end our turn.
I see them. Let's get those bastards. Place them together.
More. How many more of them are there? Oh, this is all going to Tartarus.
I really wish there was some way to heal ourselves. That would be really nice. Perhaps I should have taken the medic class in the beginning instead of this support class. All right, I'm gonna move out here. We're going to attempt to hamstring this guy. So he shouldn't be able to move now. Can't see that target. Can't see. Oh, I can't see any of these targets. That's pretty weak. I feel like if I move over here, I can probably see them. All right, let's try this again. We hit, but only as a glancing blow. We're gonna move her over here to cover. All right, I feel like we're definitely learning a lot as we go along here. All right, let's see if we can finish this guy off.
They are too strong.
All right, there we go. We succeeded. Unfortunately, we did have 2 units going down, but considering that that was our very first battle, not so bad. Everybody's uninjured, so I guess they didn't have time to bleed out.
We make a good team.
All right.
Let's get our hands on that Greek fire before anyone else comes to check on this place.
And that's the very first battle in Expeditions Rome. And this here is our Greek fire.
Be careful with those jars. The liquid inside is highly volatile. It'll make quick work of those ships.
What's the next
This was
step in the
easy
plan?
part. Now we have to sneak into the harbor and burn the ships.
And then we have to sneak back out, one supposes.
Not necessarily, but ideally.
I think I can speak for all of us when I say that we would all like to retain our lives.
All right, all right. The voice acting so far is pretty decent in this game too. And I'm not sure if this is actually the type of game where we can explore and find equipment and whatnot, but let's just take a look around these warehouses here and see what we see. Okay, so if we look here at our don't think we actually found any equipment. That's our quest. Okay, our quest item. As far as I could tell, we didn't actually get anything from that battle at all. Except for a victory, of course, which is awesome. Oh, here we go. It does seem as though we can loot the bodies. Which I suppose oh no. Okay. So, yeah. Let's make sure we loot these bodies then. Schematic for equipment. Okay, we have a blacksmith back at our base camp. So I guess unlocking this allows our blacksmith to make these items. Or finding this allows that. All right, cool. So we got some new equipment, we got some money, we got some rations, which, by the way, every 8 hours of game time, each one of your party members consumes 1 ration. Okay. Now let's check our inventory. And we did get some new weapons here. So let's go to Aquilinus, I think is his name, and we'll check. His Gladius is 3 to 5 damage. This Xiphos is 3 to 6. And the abilities that we have are actually based on our weapons as well. So we want to look at the weapons. This gives us Gouge, which is 3 to 6 slashing damage, and it does +3 damage for every stack of bleeding on the target, and removes bleeding when used. And it also gives us Overpower, which deals maximum damage but cannot make a critical hit. So I actually like that. We're guaranteed to hit for 6 damage on every attack. Hell yes, I'll take that. That's nice. I'm not sure how exactly to make enemies bleed yet. Maybe that's an ability we'll get in the future. Or maybe it just happens like when a critical hit happens or something. I guess we'll see that as we play going forward. Okay, and here shield strength is 2. And we have a base damage of 2 to 5. This is the same. It has a slightly higher base damage though. Okay, so this shield we can use for a shield crash, which actually does a higher amount of damage. 3 to 9 damage. That's pretty good. But it does remove strength from our shield. And our shield doesn't regenerate, it looks like, I would hope, just for 1 turn. Because strong is what makes our shield regenerate each turn. But possibly this shield doesn't regenerate at all. I guess we would have to try that out to see. We're going to equip that to see just how that works. Alright. And that's everything that we found that he might use. Let's go to Julius, our archer. She has an Argus 1 bow. And we can replace that with a Toxo bow, which they both do the same damage. And this comes with a barbed arrow, which causes bleeding damage to enemies, which is -2 health per stack each turn. So this couples with the sword that we just found, that Ziphos sword. We can apply bleeding with this and then deal extra damage with our Ziphos attacks. So I like combos like that. Now we will lose our flaming arrows from over here, and I think, what was the other ability? Yeah, we'll lose our fire arrow and our aimed shot, but I feel like it's worth it to at least to try out that combo, and we'll see how well the bleeding combo works. And okay, so here this does 1 to 5. This here will do 3 to 5. And it'll generate 1 focus. So I think we can replace... Yeah. Actually, let's replace it with the... Okay. Gladius 1. This one does more damage than this one. And that's 2 to 5. This is 2 to 5. Actually, okay, yeah. So we're gonna keep that like that. I want to keep this dagger because it says it gives focus per attack. And we definitely want to keep that up so that we can use our focus abilities. Actually, let's see what... Okay, that generates 1 focus. This generates 1 focus. Okay. Alright, so we're going to keep that with him. And I don't think we really found anything to replace this Lancia with. We do have a staff, but the Lancia has farther reach. And it also has that hamstring ability, which I definitely really like. being able to stop the enemies from moving so that they can't reach you to attack you is pretty awesome. Oh, it seems we got skill points, which I did not notice. Let's click down here, party management, crafting. Okay, we learned to craft new things. Okay, skills. The skills screen is where you purchase class skills and assign those skills to your hotbar. Here you can see how many unspent skill points you have. Okay, passive skills have a circle, while active skills have a square. Active skills must be assigned to the skill bar to be used during combat. Okay, simple enough, easy enough. Now we are the flag bearer class. Or at least this is what we started out as, which is why we already have a point here, and we have this Warhorn ability. It looks like if we wanted to, we could put points into these other classes, or we can continue here to get further, more advanced abilities. And I think we have, yeah, okay, we have one unspent point with everybody. All right, and Cineros here is already a medic, which is good. Because we need to heal. Okay, so this will remove bleeding, burned, poisoned, and burning. Although it doesn't seem to actually heal. We're going to take this for now, though. Or maybe we have to have this first. All right, there we go. Now we can cure those status effects, and hopefully we can get down here to where we can actually start healing hit points soon with him. I'm not sure what morale actually does, but I guess we'll find that out as we advance further in this playthrough. That's pretty awesome. We can give our action point to somebody else. I like that. All right, I think we're going to take this Inspire active skill because that's pretty awesome to be able to do that. Okay, now here looking at Aquilinus. See, for each stack, there's a 25% of the character's shield strength maximum. Okay. So I feel like this right here is a pretty good choice. Although raising our health up would be pretty awesome. I think we're going to take the fortress. take that for now. That's pretty good. 50% chance for enemies to miss you. All right, that's going to increase our damage, which is nice. Grants a plus or 30% of max focus at the beginning of combat. Actually like that quite a bit. But I kind of feel like increasing our damage is better. Okay, now she is, or maybe that's a he. I thought it sounded like a woman, but looks more like a... Anyways. I like that quite a bit. We can get 2 attacks. 100% critical chance for ranged attacks against adjacent characters. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's okay. But I actually like this the most. We can get 2 attacks in. We're going to take that. All right, so we've used up all of our skill points that we just got. And as far as I can tell, skills seem to be the actual way that we level. I don't see any actual levels for the characters. Unless that's what these numbers are underneath. I suppose that's definitely possible. All right, but anyways, there. We've done the very first battle in Rome Expeditions. We learned a lot. We learned definitely not to split up our party. And we've allocated our skill points that we've gotten from that first battle. I think that this has been a good first look at the game. You can kind of see the gameplay, the combat, how to loot, how the inventory works, and also how the skill system works, or at least the beginnings of it. All right, and we're going to go ahead and end this stream right here for today. And be sure that you like and subscribe to the stream, because we'll definitely be coming back and, you know, playing out this playthrough further so that we can find out more about combat, how different abilities work, how things go. So yeah, like and subscribe, and come join us. This has been Chris with Lorespire. Be well, my friends.